So I just had a quick thought on Elon's mission of shifting human life to Mars. Not shifting, uh, starting the human life on Mars. I've obviously not given it any much thought, never given it any thought. But there's a big problem that comes to my mind. Regarding this mission. The Okay, first of all, what is our purpose of what did we think our purpose of shifting human life or making life multi-planetary as Elon's mission is? What will be the benefit of shifting of establishing human life on Mars? Okay. This is a very very expensive mission, and it should have uh, some return in order to fund it, right? And all I can think of is just the cost involved. Yeah, firstly, like transferring humans and cargo to Mars will take a lot of funding for even in the establishment, right? And then to transfer it in the amount to establish a colony there, it will take a lot of funding, okay, which will have to be keep coming externally, which will have to keep on coming externally. And what I mean by externally is that this mission itself is not. I don't see how it's gonna uh, start like financially uh, returning. To have a financial return, there should be some direct benefit of transferring life to Mars, right? And what is the direct benefit of transferring life to Mars? I can't think of any. Okay, so until the time that there's a colony settled in Mars, and there's like fully fledged independent colony. Okay, let's say that it start hypothetically starts generating some revenue. It will take a lot of revenue to do that by itself, and even after that, what extra revenue will that generate? A colony on Mars. Okay, let's say after funding billions of dollars, and we have a colony there. Okay, but how will it benefit Earth? That and how will it give back its investment? How will it return in its investment? What's so special on Mars that'll give a higher return than anything on Earth? Yeah, even if we make a fully fledged planet over there, or as much as the population of Earth is. Okay, so yeah, I don't see any direct. I'm not given never given any thought, but this is the first thing that comes to mind. So yeah, so then why would we be pouring so much money, so much resources into sending light to Mars? And I think, as far as I have seen, Elon's a little some of Elon's talks, or as far as I know, his primary purpose is to prevent the human life or human life from expiring if there is some kind of attack on Earth, right? Isn't that his purpose? And that purpose is, I think, and that fear is mainly driven from the fear of AI attacking human life, right? AI, or number two, aliens, right? I don't think he talks about aliens, but let's say the those AI or any let's consider that also. Okay, now let's say the AI uh, attacks the Earth or human life on the Earth from within Earth. Okay, after we have developed the AI that is become hostile. So once that AI takes control, or starts or gets strong enough to potentially vanish the human life, wouldn't that AI have access to our resources that are sending that'll be sending people to Mars? Yeah, wouldn't that AI take control of those resources also and transfer itself to Mars and go and finish the human life that is over there also, right? And second thing is, let's say that AI or there are aliens from attacking the Earth from outside. Because I heard Elon once say that let's like if there's like a meteorite attack or okay meteorite, okay, yeah, that makes that could, okay, yeah, so, okay, so that meteorite thing is practical, that if a meteorite attacks Earth and the life on Earth is finished by a meteorite attack or something, okay, yeah, that'll give the chance of sustaining human life if we have a colony on a different planet. But isn't but that is like a but we don't know what are the chances of that happening. I mean, we don't have any foreseeable chance. That is like an accident, right? And that has never happened since the human life has begun, and there's not foreseeable meteorites coming, coming towards Earth, okay, big enough to destroy human life. If the meteorite attacks, the chances, I think there are more chances more that it will not be big enough to vanish the whole human life. It might damage a part of human life, right? So I think, yeah. So that is one scenario where this helps, and uh, but I don't think anybody can say that the chances of that happening are big enough to make such a great investment that would take to establish a colony on a different planet, right? Another There's another workaround to that thing. Like for human life to sustain, you only gotta have a few humans outside the Earth if there's like a meteorite attack, right? So one solution for that is that we should have at all times, at any and all time, we should have a few humans who are outside Earth, maybe like orbiting, or as far as the at least as I think there's always somebody orbiting, or there are always astronauts in the ISS, right, International Space Station. Or we could have some astronauts who are orbiting as far as the moon. So if there's always and at all times, if there are some astronauts orbiting as far as the moon, if there's this meteorite attack, and we yeah, and they gotta be both male and female, right? Or we have that gotta have that stored uh, stored stored plants or stored human reproduction plants. Okay, I don't know what the term for that is. Biological. It's a biological term. The I mean, yeah, we gotta have those, or we gotta have male and female humans. A few of them outside Earth. We can have them at any and all time. We can have at least a few of them orbiting, at least as far as the moon, right? We can fund. We can rather fund into aspiring or hiring more astronauts. That's one solution to prevent human life from uh, prevent human life from finishing off if there's a meteorite attack, right? Rather than establishing a colony in the Mars. Okay, so And let's say, and the second and the other scenario I was talking about is the alien scenario or the AI scenario. Okay, if some kind of attack happen. Okay, first attack. If that attack happens from within the Earth, the AI would probably have access to go to the Mars, right? Now, if that attack happens from outside the Earth, if the AI if there's an AI or alien attack at Earth from somewhere far away from the somewhere far away, it will obviously be far away because we haven't found any intelligent life, at least in our solar system or as far our reaches. So if that kind of attack happens intentionally on Earth, wouldn't the attackers also have access to Mars to easily attack Mars, right? I mean, the distance between Earth and Mars is much smaller on a scale as compared to our the distance we have covered in the solar system, and or as far as we know that there is no intelligent life. So, if there is an Earth, if there's an attack that happens on Earth with the purpose of finishing the human life, then Mars will also be getting attacked. So, in that scenario, also, they're establishing life on Mars doesn't help. And in the scene of AI attack also on Earth, it doesn't help. And the one scenario where it helps is the meteorite attack, right? Or that kind of accident, uh, an astronomical accident on the Earth. And for that, I think, as I told earlier, the solution could be keeping some humans at all times orbiting the Earth. Okay, for that we can just put funds into hiring or aspiring astronauts, which will like be a fraction of the mission of establishing life on Mars or any other planet. So yeah, that's the thought that came to my mind, that why Mars mission seems there's seems to be an inherent lack of purpose or impracticality of the funding. Okay, first of all, this is like a first thought that I came to. I've never put a thought in this earlier, but this is the first thought that I came to. First, that thought that immediately came to my mind right now. And I don't know, they seem to be pretty convincing, these arguments that I made, to me at least, obviously. But of course, then Elon must have put a lot of thought on this. So he's a genius, undoubtedly, and he might even not have put a thought a lot of. Even if he could, even if he did not have, he could have. He's a very rich person, and he might have just used his resources to, uh, expedite his plan or mission. Uh, and But there's a lot of people who obviously must be believing